So it's my express intention to fix the car today, make it a lot prettier than it was, stop the rust. But the first thing I have to do is fix my trusty old IKEA stool, which appears to be falling apart. But I've had it for 20 years, so it's worth a fix. Of course, nothing straightforward. I haven't got a wind-up bar. And also, I'm going to have to try not to disturb our little friend. Well, it could look better, but it's going nowhere, and Harry hasn't been drilled out of his home. So here we have our temporary bodge that we've had on for about a year. As you can see, it's a little bit nasty. So, ooh. Ah yes, that was when I opened a door against something immovable. I might tart that up as well. But anyway, this is my first job for the day. Let's see how it goes. So I'm guessing that many of you realise that getting that backing off that bloody gaffer tape, or whatever it was going to be not an easy job. So I'm not even going to attempt it until I've used my sticky stuff remover. I'll leave that to marinate for a while, and I'll bugger off and make a start on tarting these mucky pops up. And now we have the bodge person's favourite paint. Nice bit of smoother, right? it's not smooth. I'll just have to sort that out. So that Hammerite tin, that tin of Hammerite, had a double crust on it. I pulled one out and there was another bloody one underneath. So now I'm having to remove it from my person. But also the daughter's just told me that it's on my bloody phone case as well. But obviously I can't video me taking it off of that because it's attached. Don't look at me. Turn it off. So, turns out I had a box of plastic gloves. But hey, in the heat of the moment, see how this is going then. Ooh, sticky stuff removed. Well, not quite. I imagine I'm gonna have to do this one more time. Fuck. Language, Timothy. Okay. Need to find something else to do while I wait for the sticky stuff to remove itself. Bye, child. Bye. There she goes, jogging off to school. So, I'm going to get the Minnie Mouse out for this. This is going to take a while. This is a bag of shite. So while I was waiting for the sticky stuff to go off, I've sanded down the door handle and put another coat on the windscreen wipers. They don't look too bad from a distance. Well, that's down to 180. I ain't going to do any more than that, basically because I haven't got any 220. Or is it 240? I can never remember, but I haven't got any. So I'm just cleaning this off. And then I'm going to put some rusties on it, which I got straight from Cars. Disgusting. So yeah, that doesn't look awesome, but apparently it'll be ready to roll in 15 to 20 minutes. However, I'm going to leave it for 30 just to make sure. So, time to see if I can get this looking anywhere near decent. That's tough stuff. Well, I don't think that's too bad for the first pass. Let's start on with the finer grit now. I don't think that's too bad for 2 passes. I'll have to wait for the hubby to get home with some finer grit paper. I think that's going to be good lush. So here's another little incident where I bumped into another immovable object. This has been like this for about 2 years, and I'm about to try and make it look not quite so shit. And yes, this is duct tape, and yes, I am leaving it on there because it's a true spirit of a bodge, isn't it? So I'm just roughing it up, hoping that that's going to help to take some of the filler. Of course, you're going to get all the loose stuff off. one hand. Right. And then I'm going to pop this little homemade mesh on there. And stick some filler on it. There we are, well and truly caked. As usual, looks like a bag of shit. I think I can make it look alright. Let's wait and see. I'm not sure if this can be captured on video, but this was a pretty rough paint finish. So I'm going to sand that down in preparation for my complete revamp, which was just a fix. Now it's a complete revamp. So I think I've built it up reasonably well. I've put 2 lots of filler on there because the first lot wasn't quite enough, but there are still some very tiny dents. Now I know me mentioning tiny dents makes it look like I'm not a bodger, but still, you've got to give it your best shot. So what I've got here, don't laugh, is grout mixed with diamond hard varnish. So that should give it a nice finishing coat. So I'm going to pop that on now, wait for it to dry and see if I can get a better finish. So hopefully, as you can see, I've made quite an executive decision about painting the whole car. Yes, I am going to bodge it. I've just got to clean it all down. My grout hasn't gone off yet, so I've had to wrap it up. And just so you can see what atrocities I am capable of, this is our van. So something similar, but let's see how it goes. There we go. It's had its soapy tit wank, and now it's time for the pressure washer. Well, it ain't getting any cleaner than that. There was tons and tons of lichen in all the little nooks and crannies, but I think I've managed to get it all out. But quite a lot of the water on me. We have a leak. Let it dry off. See if me stuff, oh god, I can't remember the name of it. Me grout, see if me grout is dry. Give that a rub over. Oh, that's going to get all over the clean. Oh well, I am a bodger, not a professional. So the trim, everything that's black on here is really bloody dull. So I've got myself some trim restorer. I'm going to stick it everywhere and hope that there's some improvement. That's where I used to put the magnets on when I put a tarp over the windscreen in the winter. Let's give it a go. Well, I don't think that's too ugly. There are a couple of dips in it, but it's not gonna, you're gonna be able to tell when the paint's on it, but not from a distance. And let's face it, who looks at a Hyundai Matrix close up will be fine. I'll just seal it. because it is going to be out overnight. I know where I'm going to get round to painting it today, so I just want to make sure it's watertight. Right, that should be fine. Maybe give it another coat when this one's dry. I think the blackening did work. I've done the roof rail closest to me, and it certainly does look in better condition than the other one, so I'm going to carry on and do the other one, and then I'm going to mask them off and I'm going to paint the roof. Thank you very much. I've been a little bit robbed by B&Q here. I weighed this tub and it was only 2.45 kg with the tub, and it's supposed to be 2.5 kg. But anyway, I'm adding varnish to it, so that'll bring it up a bit. Just got to get it all mixed up and ready to go. And yes, I am using cupboard paint to paint my car. Oh well, there's the first coat on the roof. I think it looks pretty fine. So I only got a little bit of progress yesterday, but I've blacked all the bits that need blacking. One panel there, so you can easily see the difference from what it did look like. And hopefully I'll get a good bit of the painting done today. It's really, really chuffing cold here today, so it's going to take a little while for the paint to go off, but never mind. I've got plenty of this to be doing. I knew it was a good idea to keep that old foam mattress. Old women are not meant to be laying on the floor. Oh, that's not too bad. That looks quite tidy. There's a minimal amount of touching up to do because when I pull the masking tape off, tiny little chips come out. I have been using a blade, a scalpel, to break the seal, but it doesn't seem terribly happy. Even though I do that. Also, for the other side, I think I'm going to make sure I mask the whole bloody thing, because that is a bitch to get off. Well, it's too goddamn hot to do anything else today. I'll maybe come out in the evening when it's a bit cooler. Done tons of masking in between coats of paint. Well, this morning I had plenty of time because it's really quite chilly out here. But I've just done the bonnet and I literally had seconds between coats because it's so freaking hot, it's drying instantly. So I'm certainly getting there. Another couple of days, all the base paint will be done. I'm really looking forward to this, actually. It does look quite smart. That don't look bad from a distance, does it? It don't look like it's done by a roller at all. And just to prove I am doing it by roller, there's me rollers. I freaking love that. So I've taken the little monkey around now. Have a quick look at how she's doing. Oh my god, I gave my car agenda. How it's doing. Still got quite a bit to do. But it's a lovely, cool day today. So I should be able to crack on. I have a full strength chocolate coffee to keep me going. This should kickstart me. So I've just cracked the boot open so that it's easier to paint it. And I've noticed right in the crack there, difficult to see, but it wasn't painted and I could see it from outside. So I'm just touching that up before I carry on with the second coat on the boot. Yeah, I know it's not budging, it's doing it properly, but we are what we are. This lying on the floor malarkey has been the worst bloody part of this. Putting the masking tape on is shite. Taking the masking tape off is shite. Getting underneath the effing car to paint it is double shite with a shitey cherry on top. Yesterday's progress, all that horrible underneathy bit, the boot, and the back panel, which goes all the way over to there and all the way under there. The piece de resistance, I was keeping it a secret from the husband. I've got myself some really flashy wheel trims because I thought it would really make the car stand out when I'd finished. Unfortunately, the husband came out and said, well, at least you don't have to do anything to the wheels because they're alloy. And I was like, what? Oh my god, they are. But anyway, nothing goes to waste in the Hobbit household. The van now has some very sexy wheel trims. Ta-da! It's not as warm as it has been, so consequently the paint is taking ages to go off. Of course, that gives me plenty of time to do masking on the bits that are left on the car. I'm hot though, I'm a menopausal old woman. I'm absolutely sweating my tits off. But hey, I'm in the shade. Oh, I think I may have just discovered something absolutely genius. I'll show you later if it works, but at the moment I'm rather bloody chuffed with myself. More lying on the floor today. The trouble is with tightening something up, every time you do the worst bit, the next bit looks crap. So I've got to blacken these grills and the underneath. I'm already knackered and all I've done is lay down. So the blacking worked quite well. I've got quite a lot on this front grille that I can't roll, so I'm just gonna have to get the old brushes out on it. Oh no, them two. There you go. I'll get this bottom bit done and then that should be the last bit of me lying down. Oh, apart from taking goddamn masking tape off. And I've got the runs and a bad back. Well, that's all the paintwork done, thank goodness. Just got all the masking tape to take off, touch up little areas where the masking tape has been very, very naughty. And then I'm going to try my amazing idea. Well, I thought I'd finished, but I'm really not completely clean on a green mirror, so I'm painting that black. Tape it off and paint it black. I had a red door and I wanted to paint it black. It took me quite a while because I had to rub it back. So the paint that I used for the wing mirror had gone off a little bit, and even though I mixed it up in my food blender, yes, my food blender, it was still a bit rough, so I'm going to sand it back and see how it goes. Right then, it's time to strain the paint. I'm going to strain it through a pair of ties, bought specifically for this purpose. I might be an old woman, but I don't wear tan tights. But it's all done now. I actually think it looks really, really nice. I love the colour. And we've had it done for about a month now, and there's not a chip on it. No, nothing is flaking off. I'm absolutely over the moon. And in a minute, I'm going to be able to reveal my super idea that I had, that it turns out that a lot of other people have had as well, but I discovered it all by myself. I didn't use YouTube for it. The headlamps lenses were really misty, so I paint them with clear varnish, and that cleared them up really nicely, and they are still clear now. So if you want to get rid of the misting on your headlights, clear varnish it is. Thank you very much. You're welcome.